It's our daily Bible reading with me today, Brad. It's good to see you guys. Now, I have something I want to share with you, some wisdom. Ultimately, you don't need to worry. Why? Because everything happens for a reason. Your family member got terminal illness? Everything happens for a reason. You wrecked your car? Well, guess what? Everything happens for a reason. You were passed over for that promotion? Well, everything happens for a reason. Oh, I'm sorry, you broke up with your significant other? It's all right, because everything happens for a reason. Your dad died? Well, everything happens for a reason. No money? Guess what? Everything happens for a reason. Like, are you irritated yet? Are you bothered yet? Because I am. And I know people mean well when they say everything happens for a reason. I know that they're probably thinking of God's great creativity to do something amazing with the ashes that exists in my life. And I believe they have good intentions, because it's what I'm thinking when unfortunately I have said this to other people. But I gotta be honest. When the line, everything happens for a reason, is used towards me, when it's said towards me, it feels so empty. It feels demeaning to whatever the situation is. And I think the reason I feel that way is because this statement falls woefully short of accurately being able to describe God's ability to work in our lives. Like, we're going to jump into Matthew chapter 10, verse 28 through 31 to help us with this a little bit. This is what it says. Do not be afraid to those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Rather, be afraid of the one who can destroy both soul and body in hell. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? Yet not one of them will fall to the ground outside your Father's care. And even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. So don't be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows. Man, what a sobering passage, right? What a great reminder of how powerful God is. That even something as simple as sparrows falling from the sky doesn't actually happen without God knowing about it. Now, it's not merely that it knows about it. Like, it's way deeper than that. And in this couple of lines, what Jesus is doing is he's teaching that God providentially massages the timing and circumstances of such insignificant events like the death of a sparrow. Then how much more does God care for you, one who's made in the very image of the Creator? Now, God governs the smallest of details and even the most mundane moments throughout the day. But what a powerful affirmation this passage is about the sovereignty of God, about the fact that He is involved. And yet, even in the midst of life, even in the midst of all that, the fact that God is sovereign, life happens, and life is tough. And you know what? Bad things happen to good people, and good things happen to bad people. Is that proof that God doesn't care? No, in fact, I think it's the opposite. I think it speaks to our need for Him, our desire to want to trust Him, to be able to get through some of this stuff. And in God's sovereignty, the truth is that He can use everything that happens for a reason. He can use everything that happens for a reason. And I believe this truth reminds us of something simple but profound. It reminds us of how powerful empathy is. To use empathy and care as our primary response when it comes to what's happening in people's lives. Like, if we were more empathetic, I think we would think before we say, hey, you know what? It's okay. Everything happens for a reason. And we just dismiss the story, right? We wouldn't be so quick to dismiss the pain, to dismiss the hurt, the hard times that people go through by slapping a Christianese bumper sticker on a person that was made in the image of God, by the way. right? No. No. Acting like that does not reflect God's heart for people. It does not set the standard for us and how we are supposed to love people. It's not as simple as everything happens for a reason. So today I want to invite all of us to look for someone and to not be so quick to move past what's difficult. But in fact, we as people, as followers of Jesus, instead be willing to sit in the pain with somebody, to sit in the sorrow with somebody, knowing that God can use whatever happens for a reason to create a moment of empathy. Man, think about how different the world would be if we weren't so quick to move past some of the hard stuff in our own lives, some of the hard stuff in other people's lives. This will be hard. Guess what? It's going to be awkward, but someone's life can be changed and impacted because we were willing to just be with them and identify with their pain, identify with their feeling, rather than just saying, hey, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. We'll just put a nice little bow on that and go on about our day. No, let's sit with people. Let's see them. Let's acknowledge the fact that, man, life is tough sometimes. I think it's okay to do that. So I'm excited to join you as we look for someone and practice our empathy and understand that, you know what, God's going to use what happens for a reason. Love you guys. See you soon.